The Forward Movement Training Center is a reality-based training facility located in Meridian, Idaho, where we focus on all aspects of self-defense, self-protection. We put them through the scenario, we train them in different parts of the facility, increase their survivability in the event of that scenario playing out in the real world.
Freeze! Yeah, put it down! In his belly top? Get out of here, go!
These scenarios are evolving and they're happening quick, and the participants got to adapt.
Sometimes just pulling the trigger isn't just the job, it's the actual, was this a lawful shot? Am I gonna go to prison for this for the rest of my life?
Bill, I'm home. Whoa. Get out of my house. Everybody stand down! This is not your boy, this is not your problem!
We focus on all aspects of self-defense, self-protection. We set up scenarios for them that they are not aware of.
In that real life scenario, as real life as we can possibly get. I'm just saying, hey, you're going to the bank, you open an account, and then we'll see what happens. Are they gonna pull their gun right away just because they have a concealed carry?
We were looking to see at what point would that come out.
Do this. All right, lock and load it, bro. Let's do this. Go.
My name is Brandy. I work for Gemtech. We build suppressors and ammunition. I've worked in the firearms industry for several years. I conceal carry for my own safety, protect myself, protect my children. It makes me feel more confident that way.
Brandy's familiar with guns and has some training of her own. Everybody says, well, I'll just do this in this scenario. I'll do this, I'll do that. We'll come into the training center, we'll set up that scenario, and let's see how it plays out for you.
You really don't know how you will respond and what you will do and what decisions you'll make under that stress. And so as an instructor, the first scenario is really gauged to give us a baseline of what this participant's level of training experience is and then what training opportunities present themselves afterwards.
I didn't know what to expect at all. I didn't know if I was going to be just one of the people in the background. So when I got here today, he talked me through a little bit, told me kind of what the scenario was going to be, gave me a gun, kind of set me loose in there. So there wasn't a lot of instruction, so I definitely had to just kind of fall back on what I knew.
For the training sequence that Brandy went through, we used UTM, it stands for the Ultimate Training Munition, and it's shot out of a Glock 22 handgun. They're 9mm rounds that are literally as close as you can get to the real thing. It gives the participant who's been hit by it a pain penalty, so they're immediately aware that they've been hit, and pain is a great teacher. You know what to do. You're just going to the bank to open up a loan, and then an event will happen, and just respond to it. Okay?
I figured they would come in through those doors. I didn't think ahead very far, as much as I should have. First thing that went to my mind was just to get my gun. So I started to draw as soon as I stood up, but my back was still to them. And so as I came around the desk, I was thinking, to get behind the desk, but as soon as I turned around, I got shot because they had seen me drawing my gun the whole time my back was to them.
The instruction for the bank robbers was to come in. They were to get everybody laying down. Their objective is to get the money. So we have one guy split off to the far corner of the bank to keep eyes on, kind of an overwatch, and it also splits them up.
That was the purpose for sitting her at the desk, is to give her that option and see if she would take it. It was also to give her the opportunity to increase her situational awareness and see if she would get fixated on one target while letting another assailant approach her.
And the number one thing that we saw when she got shot was she was actually going for a weapon with her back turned to the assailant or the bank robbers. That already triggered the bank robber that, hey, she's going for something, don't know if it's a gun or not, but she's already drawn attention to herself without getting that cover.
But she was really good at responding. She didn't go into what we call condition black, which is when you're so overcome with fear that you really fail to do anything at all. I mean, I think she was pretty amped up. Her mask at the end of that 30-second scenario, whatever it was pretty much all fogged up. All right, Brandy, so walk us through kind of what you saw and
It's funny because I don't even remember them coming in the door. I just remember him being right there. And so I didn't feel like I had time to move anywhere. And choosing to drop to my knee, that was totally, I didn't think about it. It was just muscle memory, I guess. I wasn't sure if I should just stay there or if I should run in there or where I should go. I wasn't really sure what to do after that.
Cool.
So
yeah, well, there's a couple observations that we made. So we'll be working in the square bay, and Craig's got some training lined up for you.
Yay.
All right, so we'll go do some square bay work, and then from there we're going to go through another scenario. We'll kind of set it up similar. We'll have a couple changes in there to make it so you're not just gaming the whole thing.
Sure.
And we want to give you the most realistic time as possible. Sound good?
Yes, it does sound good.
All right.
Cool, let's do it.
The main objective out there on the square bay was target acquisition. So IDing your target, observing your area, orienting yourself into a situation that you're able to decide and act. All right, Brandy, so the point where you got shot by the bad guy, the robber, we wanted to see where we could change that a little bit and maybe not get shot. All right, makes sense? Her scenario where she's in the bank and there's a desk right next to her, we wanted to show her ways to optimize that or to maximize that cover and concealment. So the first one I'm going to show you is, okay, we've got a tipped over table here, pretty realistic. Maybe it's about the same height as that desk in there that we could possibly use. And we're going to show the different ways to use that. So if I get behind here, I still have, and why don't you guys go in front of me here and take a look at what you're seeing. You still see a good portion of me, right?
Yeah.
So as I change my angles, now I'm getting lower. Now my vitals are more protected. Vitals being all the lungs, the heart, and all that. And I'm still able to engage from this position. Stand by. Targets.
The biggest thing I took away from it was just to be more dynamic, to move, that you're not just stuck in one place. So if there's cover, you need to move to get to it. You need to move to see what's behind you or around you, and utilizing cover and concealment.
When we showed her the different ways of using that cover and concealment, she was able to employ it and making that second scenario very successful.
It's easy to kind of just freeze and point at the targets and shoot. And so exploring some of the different things you can do that way was helpful. It definitely helped me later on in the next scenario.
May your tag of a lifetime finally come through. May the snow pile up and the elk come down. May your socks always stay dry. May the herd bull finally break from the herd, and may your aim always stay true. Welcome to the next level. Welcome to the Vortex.
When I walked in, everything looked pretty much the same. I didn't pay a lot of attention really to the people that were in there. I looked around and then went to the desk to talk to the guy that I was supposed to talk to.
The main thing on the second scenario is we have to change up something. So we changed it up by simply adding another bank robber that was actually embedded with the rest of the customers, and that was myself. It was a hostage scenario, so now they have to decide and act off of three different people now. We wanted to see her use that cover and concealment, draw her weapon without the other guys seeing her draw her weapon, and then be able to engage when she saw her opportunity to do that. And she did it exactly the way we wanted it to play out.
Well played, ma'am. Woo! What happened? Doing good. She got behind there, buddy. Really? Dude, I tried I didn't have a shot.
As soon as I heard them come in, I tried to face that direction, kind of backed around and got behind the desk as quickly as I could. So I kind of popped up and there was a guy right in front of me with a gun. And so I shot him. Then there was another guy in front of me that was farther away, and I shot him just as he turned his rifle towards me. I heard 2 shots, and so I kind of popped up and he had just shot the hostage, and so I engaged.
Facilities like ours and reality-based training that we provide is pretty hard to find. And so the goal really is to, on one level, have people like Brandy come in and receive that one-on-one training. But as a whole, it's for people to be able to watch, identify for themselves where their background is and what they think they would do, and then see a civilian really respond to it and take a lot of lessons learned.
It's not about the bank, it's not about the vehicle, it's not about just the home. It's about having principle-based tactics to draw from that we'll be able to use in pretty much every scenario. First thing and foremost that we always teach here is the level of awareness. Make sure your level of awareness is where it should be as far as observing what's going on around you. Kind of the example of driving. You're always aware when you're driving. Otherwise we have accidents, and that's why we have accidents. So it's not a level of paranoia, it's a level of just awareness.
Reality-based training is definitely, it's proven itself. I think that if people carry, you have to have training. Your body has to have it. You can't read a book. You can't just read a book or just go to the range and shoot paper targets. You have to put yourself as close as you can to the actual scenarios. That's the closest you'll ever get. That's why we carry every day, so that we can be prepared, but it's definitely worth it to take it the extra bit.
Go Sturz! Come on, guys!
My hand. Bing! I'm like, dude, really? I'm like bleeding out of my leg. Got anything to add on that?
I loved it. I think you nailed it.
Boom, it's like an atomic bomb almost.
Yeah, it just exploded.
Bam!
Boom.